Hey guys, in this quick video, let's see what it would take to bring a character from Mixamo into Unity 3D. So I have a scene here with a cartoon bird that's just flapping his wings, and I made this guy in ZBrush and Maya and Photoshop, right? So he's just a simple cartoon character, but as an exercise, I am here in Unity HDRP. I'm just playing around. I would love to see another character in the scene. So let's see, what would it take to just simply bring one in as a test. So I'm going to go to Mixamo. And in Mixamo, if you go to characters, you have pages and pages of really cool characters that are free. And we can just grab one as a test. So I think this grandma would fit my scene pretty well. She seems cartoony and funny. So I'm going to grab her and I'm going to say find animations. And let's go ahead and say dance. And I'm just going to grab this first one called chicken dance. Alright, so here she is doing her chicken dance. And let's see if I can grab her and bring her into Unity 3D. So I'm going to say download. I'm going to switch my format to Unity. I'm going to leave it at 30 frames per second. I do want her skin. I need the grandma skin. And I'm going to say download. Alright, so once the file has been downloaded, let's go into Unity. Alright, and in Unity, I'm going to make a new folder. Right click and say create. And I'm going to say folder, and I'm going to say call this granny, maybe test. Alright, so I'm going to go inside granny test. And now let's grab that FBX that we just downloaded and simply drag it into our project. So I'm going to go to my downloads, grab my FBX file, and just simply drag it into my project. Alright, so now if I select Granny, you can see here she is in Maya, in Unity, but as you can see, she's not really, she doesn't look like she has any textures, right? She's just plain. She does have animations, but there's no textures. So what do? Let's go to, once she's selected in the project, right? You can select it, select your file. You can head over to materials, and let's go ahead and say extract textures. And I'm going to extract them right into my granny test folder. That's fine. Alright, and I'm also going to extract materials, and I'm going to throw it in the same folder. Alright, so now we have the materials and textures extracted. So now let's grab our granny FBX file and just simply drag it into my scene here. I'm going to drag it into the hierarchy window and maybe move her up. And she's clearly too small for my scene, so I'm just going to grab my scale tool and just scale her up. Alright, and let's position her just a little bit better. So something like that. Looks pretty nice. I'm going to click on her and let's look at the shader. So if I change the metallic, maybe crank it up a little bit and maybe turn the smoothness down. The color looks a little bit better, right? So it sort of matches the bird. So at this point, I want her dancing. So how do we get her to dance? If I click on the FBX in my project, I can go to model or rig, and right now it's set to generic, right? So if we play the animations, we can see that the animation is actually attached to the character, but let's see if it actually plays in our scene. If I press play, she's not dancing, right? So let's fix this. To get her dancing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to rig and switch it from generic to humanoid and say apply. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and say create a animator controller, and let's call this, instead of new, let's say granny controller. And now if I select my granny in my hierarchy and just simply drag my animator controller onto the controller spot right here, right, I can now control her animation. So now if I double click on my controller in the project, it's going to take me to this view, to this animator view, and I can see that it's completely empty. So if I click on inside the project, if I open the Granny FBX, I can see this chicken dance triangle here. So if I click on it and drag it into my animator controller, it's going to get activated. And if I simply say foot IK, because I want her feet to be on the ground, I want to make sure that's clicked, she should be dancing. The only other thing that I would like to do is if I select her and go to animation, I do want her to loop. So I'm going to loop the animation and make sure you say apply. Alright, so now this time if we go back into our scene and press play, she should be looping and dancing. Let's see if that's true. There she goes. So that's how easy and simple it is to bring characters from Mixamo right into your Unity project and do fun stuff with it. So you can bring as many animations as you want. If you grab another one, maybe, you know, where she is kicking or jumping or doing whatever, you can just go to the animator controller and open up the other FBX with other animations and just simply drag them right into here. And if you have many, you can just create a transition and have her go from chicken dance to kicking to jumping and back to chicken dance. So you can control your animations right here in the controller. So I just wanted to show you how easy and fun it is, and make sure you play around and take advantage of this cool resource that we have from Mixamo. All right, thanks for watching.